You're muted, David.
How is that? Can you hear me? Thank you. Welcome, Mighty Companions, to the Chapter 20 Partner Sharing Program today. Thank you all for being here, for joining with us. This is a program for a deep dive for those who want to get on the rocket ship and transcend the desires of the mind at a quicker pace. In the book that Jesus helped Kay write, Jesus, a New Covenant, in the back of the book, chapter 20, Jesus helped Kay pick out some 80 or more desires from A Course in Miracles. And this was designed to be looked at, each miracle one at a time, to be looked at with a partner who Jesus assigns to us. And this allows us to join, maybe in a different way, you might say, with one person on a consistent basis every day, or at least 3 times a week, to look at each desire and to help clear the blocks away from the mind to love's presence. And in terms of being joined with a partner, it's just a matter of requesting. Renee runs as admin for the Chapter 20 program. So letting her know that you're interested and you're willing and you'd like to be joined up or connected with someone who can become your partner. And this is where it takes trust to know that Jesus will assign us the right partner, the perfect partner. It may take a little time. It may not seem to be the right person when you first start joining. And that alone can bring up things to look at. But one thing I've learned is that Jesus connects us with the perfect person at the perfect time, and to just go with it. And soon you realize that all is well, all is right. And he knows what he's doing. So we can start by sharing, if anyone would like to, what their experience has been. Can you still hear me? Okay, it looks like the video has frozen. I'm not going to worry about that at the moment. But we can, let's just begin. If anyone would like to share either what Chapter 20 has done to help clear the mind, heal the mind, help us hear Jesus more clearly, see better, whatever it may be. And then we can go on to questions about the program. So who would like to start by sharing your experience with the Chapter 20 program?
I would love to start. just because it's new for me. Kay suggested it in one of our conversations, and I was okay with it. I wasn't resisting it. And Renee as well was helping, and both of them let me know that they were praying on it, which really felt very comforting for me, that that process was prayed on for Jesus. And didn't he give me the perfect partner for me to move forward in this program, and the value and the benefits that I've received already. And we've only joined the first week, we joined once. And then the second week, we're joining 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday mornings. And it's a very holy part of my day is the morning when it's quiet. And I so look forward to our joinings. And we just seem to mesh so perfectly together. When there's something that we're resisting, it seems like it's coming up for both of us. And it's just beautiful how we back the bus up and then start with our resistance before we can move forward. So, and what I'm finding is the benefits, what I'm getting is, I find when we join the Monday, Wednesday, Friday and going into the light circles, which I love, I'm just more open to receiving messages, and I just love it. I mean, I could do it every day, but it works for me that time of day. And I can't tell you enough how much I'm so enjoying the time that we're spending together. It's become the highlight of my day. They're my favorite days, when I can get up at that early hour of the morning and just really let go. And it's just beautiful. I love it. Thank you.
That's so beautiful, Martha. Thank you. Wow, what a testament. Yeah, Jesus knows that you're willing, and he's showing you what this can do for the mind and what it means to you. And you know, it's expanding your willingness, and that's wonderful. Love it. Thank you.
Yeah, it's also expanding my hearing of the voice as well. I'm noticing in the last couple of days that Jesus has been talking to me quite frequently, and I didn't put it to that. It was just like, oh, okay, but now I'm recognizing that he has been chatting with me quite a bit through the day, because it just comes in so fast for me. And then yesterday I thought, oh, isn't that interesting? So yeah, it really is a beautiful thing. I'm just really enjoying it. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. And that's something that I noticed too, is I had the willingness to hear, but I wasn't always hearing so clearly. And through the Chapter 20 program, that started to open up more and more. And I've had 3 partners, and by the time I reached my 3rd partner, it became like, wow, that's pretty amazing.
And I also bought the book myself, the book Kay did, and I love that. I just have that right there with me upstairs, and yeah, I'm really happy I bought that as well. Even though I have the pages printed off, but yeah, it's a beautiful book as well.
Yes, it is. Doesn't Jesus really cuts to the chase and just tells us what we need to hear exactly as we need to hear it. And yeah, again, he knows best. All we have to do is follow.
Yeah.
Thank you for requesting to join and joining the program, and being being such a wonderful a light and a testament to the power of the program.
Thank you. And this is my second time joining on the Saturday, but when I initially joined, and I really didn't like it, but I just thought, oh, I don't have a partner, so I didn't come back. But now it's perfect. Thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you. Sure, Mary, go ahead.
Yeah, what you were saying, Martha, about it becoming the highlight of my day. There's something that's so profound about joining with another person and that combined dedication to seeing what's true, that just kind of dwarfed everything else, dwarfed the noise going on, someone else to join with and feel that we were going to together, joining with Jesus, the voice for God, to go as deep as we could go to see what's true, and the willingness. And so often, well, just as our partnership grew, that recognition and that gratitude about my partner's willingness to really be honest and look was very healing. And there's something about, and we usually had my first partner and I had our joinings earlier in the morning, or not early as Martha does, but about mid-morning. And there was something about it just it changed the whole day. Like and we joined every day for about 3 months, and the whole day became part of that joining, so that I was allowing everything to be aligned with that. It shifted everything. And there's something just about, with just the two of you, each of the programs that are offered through the center for joining has, it seems like, a different gift to give about joining. And the intimacy of just the two of us with Jesus was very powerful. Thank you.
Thank you, Mary. Yes, it's truly amazing, the the so-called epiphanies or revelations that can come out of this chapter 20 program. That just, I'll just use the word again. It expands the intensity of our experience with the program and with Jesus and with our mighties, and pretty amazing. And one other thing I'll share, we have to trust everything about the program, from our partner to the lessons to the times that we join, to whether or not we should join, and whether or not the joining is complete. And it was only a few weeks ago, or a couple weeks ago, it was before I came back to the center, that Jesus said that my joining assignment with Kathleen was complete. And we had really been joining at such a deep level, and it was bittersweet. I mean, we knew that we have to follow the voice, but the best part of it was that the last day we joined, instead of looking at a desire, we couldn't help ourselves. We ended up laughing for 45 minutes. And Jesus literally laughed with us and through us. And he says in the Course that the world will end in laughter. Well, this assignment ended in laughter for sure. It was pretty awesome. So trust, willingness, not only willingness to join and participate, but the willingness to trust is so important. Thank you.
I'd like to share that word trust. That's a biggie. That was what I had a partner last year, and that was a valuable experience. And then that I sort of went different directions, checked put my toe in different, with different teachers and stuff, and many things, valuable came of that, all those things. And, then I got a partner just recently, because I came back to the chapter 20, and our first meeting was so discombobulated, and it's very interesting. And then we just joined we're in the same time zone, but the time, her biorhythms and mine aren't the same. So we found this place that works for both of us. And we did have a joining, and it was really, it's that, it's, I wrote down from the other day from that, Jesus is saying, trust, don't, here's this exactly what he said. Don't try to understand or usurp my function. That's what Jesus is telling me, because that's my MO, my default. Okay, I'll take it from here kind of thing. And it's a disaster every time. So he said, drop like hot potatoes, the little niggling yes buts or doubts that I'm hearing the voice. He's saying, just drop those. And that the ego thoughts, toss them up, drop them, and then focus back on me. And that was so powerful, because I'm really starting to trust that I'm hearing Jesus's voice, and that's expanding. And that helped, because I started back to the lessons every morning. It's just all of a piece. It's just like, puzzle pieces fitting together. And one of the things he did that was very interesting during the session, and he kept us in the time frame, which was very useful. And my partner said something about comparing, you seem to hear the voice so much better, blah, blah. And all of a sudden I got this nudge to just repeat what Jesus said to me, to my partner. Drop like a hot potato the little niggling doubts that you're not hearing my voice. It was like so clearly that for both of us, and that was powerful. That added to the trust, and we came to a completion. And there's a lot more about time, and and I'll ask the question about the program later, because that was part of our joining too. Thank you. I'm really grateful for this practice.
Thank you, Fran. Yeah. Thank you for being a pillar of trust, and for being here, along with Martha and everyone, that we've decided in our mind that it's time to quit fooling around and playing the game. And you've been emphasizing in the light circles, which is beautiful too, how trust is becoming so much more important. And when we do trust, we will start to listen. We will start to hear the voice more clearly. And when we follow that voice, miracles happen. Yeah, beautiful. Thank you for sharing. Renee, is there anything you'd like to share about the program?
Yes, just how this program seems to stand out in that we go to the desire, we go to what we maybe don't want to look at, and we start with the light, and then we just let Jesus give us that contrast, and invite him to show us everything that we need to see. And what's inspiring is that it's just this reminder that he's directing all the miracles, so I can trust that and really rest in that. And I don't have to, I can just see when I'm not at peace and choose to join. And this is that opportunity to have a partner that's available, and we can pray and we can say, okay, starting out, learning to practice hearing Jesus through one another, and then as that conversation develops more, there's just a deeper sense of comfort, and that my safety and my salvation and my heaven has been completely flipped. I've been completely upside down about the whole thing, and that, but he's available throughout the day, and my partner is the symbol of that. And I haven't found anything more valuable than that, so I'm sticking with that for now. Just continuing to show me the sameness, like, of my brother, where maybe I have ideas about what it's supposed to look like, and then just helping me with that, and just allowing him to help me seems like the biggest thing, because I just wanted to, I guess I felt like I didn't know how to ask for help, and then he was showing me I didn't want help, or I wanted help my way. And this is like, okay, no, like, let's just, right now he's been reminding me, take my hand, and just take my hand, and trust, and in faith, there's this power that comes, and it's just like, to where I can it gets so much lighter. Everything gets so much lighter and funny. And there's just that joy that you're all speaking about, that comes just naturally. It just comes naturally. And then I see the other stuff was not natural. Thank you.
That's a beautiful share, Renee. Thank you. Yeah, I see how humility and willingness are such a lethal combination for disarming the ego. And you have been at this with Kay for a number of years now, and the fruits are showing. And I can see the lightness and the free giggles that are coming to you. Just because it's not all, it doesn't need to be that serious. The ego wants us to make it so serious. Yeah, so yes, that's so beautiful. Yeah, and I was just thinking too, the light circles, we look at the denial for the daily lessons. But and then chapter 20 has got just a plethora of desires that are so deep, and some of them can seem wicked to the ego, for sure, but they're so deeply entrenched that we don't even know they're there. We would never know unless we were being shown, and that's why it's so important. This chapter 20 program is so invaluable to dismantling the seriousness and the grip of the ego, and allowing us to go deeper to the experience, to the light. God is the light in which I see. To choosing to close our eyes or even realize that what we're perceiving with our eyes isn't even true. It's not even true. It's not real. And that's where, the forgiveness comes in. Mary, you were talking about the forgiveness. And, what is forgiveness other than realizing that none of this is true? And I can choose to say no to the grievances that are coming up. And that's really the answer. Look at it with Jesus, say no. Look at it, look at the desire, release the desire, do whatever Jesus says to do, let it go. And yeah, everyone's a testament to what this is doing for our lives. So yeah, I just want to thank you all so much. Those are amazingly beautiful shares. And part of our computer system crashed. That works the video camera. That's why I'm not able to be on. Or at least that's my story. So if there are any questions that anyone has, let's feel free to ask those and go from there.
I have a question. I couldn't find it. I just had the sense of where to start. And the core beliefs, for some reason, I felt I couldn't find anything in writing, but I got the sense not to start with beliefs from the last time I had a partner. And then my partner this time said something about that. We did do the first time we met, we attempted that first core belief. So we went and we asked Jesus, and we both got to start and we both got to start with the not the core beliefs, but what I call number 5. That's right. The first one, beliefs and desires under the core beliefs. We got to start there. And I just was wondering if I got that wrong.
Yeah,
Actually,
go ahead,
I
Renee.
had heard to suggest, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but you can start with the introduction to chapter 20. And you can take turns reading that together if you want, or you can just read it to yourself to kind of prepare. And you might want to do that the first couple times. That's what I did with my partner, is we just read through that introduction to kind of, it just helped us relax and just, drop in and it's just an overview. It sets the tone. And then you just start for the very first desire, which is I think the core beliefs come right after the introduction. So that's where you want to start. And then you just go line by line through the whole chapter in order, the way it's presented.
Okay. I have
So
no
you
idea.
don't want to skip around to desires or anything. Just go straight.
It wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't a matter of skipping around.
Yeah.
It was a matter of not starting with the core beliefs, but to start with the ones after those 4 core beliefs. But I will bring that up. We seem to get good direction for that day, and maybe it was just for that day. So I will bring that up. We're meeting again Tuesday. Okay, thanks.
Thank you, Renee. And thank you, Fran, for the question. Are there any other questions or comments?
Yeah, I have one question, David. I've heard it being said that you change partners and then you helped answer it, that you're you ask for when it's, but you wouldn't just ask that every day, would you? Like, when do you get an indicator that you need to change your partner?
Yeah, for me, that came from another mighty. Actually, it was from Kay. And so I wasn't, we weren't saying to one another, well, maybe we should switch partners. It was given by Jesus through a mighty as a suggestion. So yeah, it's just a matter of, or something will happen. When I was here last winter, my partner left. It was time, and she left the center, so it was just time to end the partnership.
Yeah, I
Right.
understand
So
that one. Yeah,
circumstance might come up.
right.
Right.
That fits. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Any other thoughts, questions, comments? Mary, Renee, Fran, Martha?
I guess what I keep hearing is kind of what I've already said. We're all here because it is the call of our heart to really have that direct communication with the inner voice for God. And this avenue, this commitment every day, or 3 times a week, so deepens that, where my confidence began to grow and grow. I can hear the voice for God. I can identify it. It's different from this or this or this. And that was so needed. I so needed that, that confidence that voice was speaking directly to me, and just on my sincere desire to hear it, it was always right there. And so often it would speak so profoundly through my partner that it would just, blow my hair back, and expand into recognition that I hadn't even realized was missing before. So there's something very alive about it all. It's in the moment, very spontaneous and very alive, very, very expanding. Thank you.
Thank you, Mary. Yeah, that's a great point. What we hear through our partners can be almost shocking. And my most recent partner, Kathleen, what I learned through her was just how clearly she could hear the voice and would speak it. Like, she would go into a trance mode and just start speaking what Jesus was saying through her. And when she'd stop, she'd say, I'm still not out. Like, she had to come out of it. And I just really, and then when I started to hear Jesus more clearly, it became obvious that speaking his voice was just listening to what he's saying and just repeating it, just saying what he's saying, because he knows what to say. So yeah, it's pretty amazing. So yeah, I think the key takeaway for me today is trust and willingness. Yeah, or willingness and trust. And things will happen, decisions will be made, or things will be suggested to do or not do, and my mind would always go to, well, that doesn't make sense. Why would I do that? But what I'm learning, especially from being here with Kay, is like, often it doesn't make sense, and it's not meant to. It's just meant to follow and realize that, a little later you go, oh, okay. Or it never made sense, but it was healing for the mind. So I just want to thank you all today. Oh gosh, what a beautiful session. Such amazing shares from all of you, all of us, everyone. And just a deep, profound experience, and motivation for the purpose to keep going deeper and raising higher, and keeping Jesus and God in the forefront of our mind is the only way to true peace and happiness, right? So thank you to all. Love you all.
Thank you.
Thank you, David. Thank you, everyone.
Making the
Thank you, David. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Jesus. Yeah.
the
Oh, I can fade that out. Were you going to say something, Renee?
Yeah, I did want to say thank you for your questions, and that also that chat that's provided is really helpful. So I appreciate when you're coordinating your joining sessions through that. And yeah, just like the takeaway for me today is like when I because I've had the course in my life for a long time, but I didn't see that, you know, I needed to look at the desires, that was the quickest way to learn the lessons, and then to learn to speak the voice. So yeah, thank you so much for helping me hear the voice for God. Thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you, Renee.